Hi guys, this is Press to the World. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. Ensure that you leave a comment and also like and share. Now, in today's episode, I want to talk about autism. And autism is a spectrum disorder. I know a lot of people are not familiar with this term, and today I want to educate us a little bit. I'm an autistic mom, and my superhero boy is turning 8 years. It is a very hardworking boy, and we love him so much. Being a mom to a child who is disabled is always a great task that I know a lot of people will not even understand the assignment. We go through a lot of challenges, we go through a lot of rejection, because a lot of people do not even understand what's going on. Like as for me, by the time I knew that my son was autistic, he was barely 2 years old. I remember there was this function here in Kisumu where my sister told me about it, and I said, let me go try it out. It was kind of competition. And when we went there together with my little sister Patlin, I remember my son ran on that desk where there were those building blocks. They had different colors, and he was so attracted so much into colors. When he got there, that lady was so nice, and she told me, just let the baby play, and then you'll come get him later when you're done going around. So we let the baby sit there for quite some time, and he was playing. So after going around, we went back to pick Damon where we left him, and I got to ask if Damon was my son. I told them yes, that is my child, my first child. And they asked me if I is always like that, the behavioral, the repetitive behavior. I told them yes, he's always like that, and that is when I got the news that the son is autistic. Trust me, I didn't even know that term autism or autistic. I took my phone, I was trying to Google it. In fact, I even misspelled it. And when I Googled, it was something to do with behavior, repetitive behavior, speech delay, or nonverbal completely. And that was the worst day of my life. I came back home. We didn't even proceed with the competition. I returned back home. I was so confused. I was Googling a lot of things to do with autism. I was crying, asking God, why me? I didn't even know where to start. I was like, no, my son will not even talk completely. I had a lot of questions going on. Now I came to understand why I was facing rejection, because people were saying that Damon is demon, that he's possessed, that's why he's hyper, he's having those weird behaviors, and a lot of things just came in, and it was so hard for me even to comprehend. And it was it was a tough year for me, and I got depressed. And I remember we had to even to book for assessment, and I took the child to Joyland Special in Kisumu. He got assessed, and he had mild autism. So Joyland Special introduced me to Winam Child Without Limit, whereby I met Farida Sat. She took me through the process of healing or accepting that my child is autistic, and she'll do a lot of follow-up. She'll visit us to check on the baby. And I remember we were given a list of the kind of food that he needs to eat, and the one that we should just do away with. And we were not giving him anything that has sugar, because of sugary things, they trigger the sugar rush. And since he was hyper already, so you can imagine how he will be when he gets to eat sweets. And so when he will get hyper, Damon used to knock himself. He used to knock his head. Even here he has a scar. Yes, when he's hyper, he doesn't even know how to control it. He doesn't even know even to share his emotions out. He will go hit himself. He will go just sit somewhere alone and just hurt himself. So the diet really helped, and I remember I was advised to take him to school. He was barely 2 years old, and I was given a letter from Winam Child Without Limit, and I remember I started the journey of looking for a school for him. Trust me, it was so hard. I went to several schools, and they could not even admit him because he's autistic. You can imagine. it was so overwhelming because I had to go to school. And then I came across this school. It has always been there. It started as a daycare where we used to live, just near there. I remember approaching the director, and I shared with her my story. And he said, I have never handled a special child, but we are parents. I cannot just let you just go like that. Let me just help you out. And then the baby got admitted there at JPC Junior School here in Nyamasari. So when Damon got admitted in school, I was so scared because I know how hyper he is. I was so scared that he will even hurt himself. I was so scared of the swing around that compound, and every time we'll even come and sit by the fence. I remember this one particular time, the teacher told me, toka hapo ama baba mtoto wende nayo nyumbani, because I could not even settle at home. And now I had to deal with my fears. My boy is turning 8 years old. It has been a hard journey, but we are glad we've reached this far. And I just want to urge you, my fellow mother, brace up. I know it's hard. I know you ask God a lot of questions. I know you also sit down and ask yourself a lot of questions. I'm so sure that a lot of kids who are out there on streets, they are not mad. 90% of them are actually autistic, but because of lack of knowledge, people term them as mad people. And this February, we will be celebrating World Autism Day worldwide, and I want you to join me into celebration and to spreading the word so that people tend to understand what autism is, so that they get to help those who do not even understand, those who don't even have smartphones. And I pray that this government will also ensure that those local people there at home, they get to understand what autistic is, so that they may all get help. Thank you so much for staying with me here, and I'll be sharing a lot more through my journey as an autistic parent. And if you've not subscribed, please do so, like, comment, and also share. Blessings.